Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Vanessa and I'm an author from Toronto, Canada, and I publish under the pen name and Sage. I write mystery and fantasy. I'm working on a new series that is publishing next year, and it is a gothic romantasy. And so my genres are quite wide, and so are my interests in reading and pretty much anything creative. And on this channel, the reason that I started it is because I kind of wanted to share everything that I've learned along the way, because I thirst for knowledge and I love to impart it, and I love to share what I learned, because I think when it comes to writing, it can be such a solitary experience that anytime you get to connect with other people and learn from other people, I'm not a knowledge hoarder, and so I kind of want to share things that I learned as I stumble my way through publishing, having been published for 27 books now, and we're counting. Yeah, that's kind of what this is all about. If that sounds like something that you want to be a part of, then make sure that you are subscribed and that you hit the bell notification so you don't miss any upcoming videos. Now with that spiel out of the way, we're doing an author chat today. So, it is Thanksgiving weekend here. I live in Toronto in Canada. And it's Thanksgiving weekend. We're also getting ready for Halloween. We're actually doing Thanksgiving, spooky Thanksgiving, because we have all these Halloween decorations around. This is going to be like one of our centerpieces for the table. And so we're really going with it for Thanksgiving. We are hosting. And so I'm cooking all weekend and I'm prepping everything. And I've also been sick for about a week and a half. And so I kind of wanted a video to do like one video for you guys. I didn't want to skip a video because I want to chat. But I also kind of wanted to do a video where I didn't need to do a lot of prep work. And usually these author chats are perfect for that, because we kind of just hang out and we talk about what's going on. And then if you have any questions or anything like that, you want to chat more, we always keep the chat going in the comments, and I'm always on top of those. So that's what we're doing today. We are doing an author chat, a spooky author chat. I'm just obsessed with this little bouquet. And we're going to talk about everything that's going on, kind of what I'm doing with writing, with personal life, with reading even, and all of that kind of stuff. So that's what we're going to do. As always, I think we should start with writing. So I have submitted the second round of revisions to my editor for City of Beasts, and that's the romantasy, the gothic romantasy. That's the starter of the series. I'm incredibly proud of that book. I think I say this with every book that I write because it's fresh on the mind, but it is the best book I've written. I think so far to date. I'm obsessed with it. I think it's also because it's a new genre for me. And I love the romance in it. But I really love the mystery in it. I love the world and the fantasy. I just love everything about it. I love writing more gothic. I love writing darker, more horror-esque kind of parts to it. And so it's been a whirlwind, that whole book, this whole series. But with those edits out of the way, I am fully immersed in book 2. And so I'm writing, I'm dictating this one. I'm kind of doing a little bit of both to get it done, because I'd like to submit the first draft over to my editor as soon as possible. So I'm working on that. And I've got some really cool ideas for book 2. I mean, obviously, book 1 is on pre-order, so I can't share too much. But if you haven't been following along on this channel, Beasts of Hejin, which is the series, it's a gothic romantasy, and it follows Clara Aldridge and Willoughby Tanner. And they are from two different worlds, enemies to lovers. She is a protege to the mayor of the city, and he is a thief. And they have to team up together to solve a mystery of a murder that happened in Aldridge House, where somebody that is innocent got blamed for the murder. And Clara needs Willoughby's help to help her bring the real murderer to justice and free her friend. But they can only do that if they don't kill each other first. So the premise of the world is that there are magical gems that were crafted by alchemy many, many, many years ago, decades ago, centuries ago, maybe even centuries ago. And there are slivers and shards of these gems that are kind of spread all throughout the city, and they imbue the person who uses them with the magical ability of that gem. However, the cost for the magic is a sliver of your humanity. And so the more you use magic, the more you use these gems, the less human you become, until you have turned into this beast-like creature that stalks the streets. And that is kind of the premise of the world. So the world is very much, there is magic, but magic is both revered and feared. And there are these beasts that attack pretty much constantly. And people live in both fear, but they're also kind of used to it because it's been a while. And so you're used to that kind of horrific way of existing. And Clara's uncle is the mayor of this town, and she is kind of next in line to rule over Hedge End. That is the story. That's the story I'm working on. So for book 2 and book 3 and book 4, because there's a few books planned for this series. I'm very excited about that. But there's more traveling, there's more adventure, there's more love, there's some love triangles. There's like all the fun little tropes and everything that's happening. But there's also different types of magic that I'm weaving in that all kind of coincide with the beast and the gem magic. And it's a lot. It's a lot on the brain. It's a lot of thinking, a lot of organizing. As you know from one of my other videos, I'll post it somewhere. I went back to writing a Scrivener that I love now. My Hello for Scrivener has been renewed. And so I am working in Scrivener on this and I'm really liking it. I'm not too far ahead. I'm about 5 chapters in, which is pretty decent. I think I'm just polishing off and finishing off chapter 5 today, actually, before we start the craziness that is Thanksgiving. And yeah, so I'm kind of in that. I'm really excited. And that's been my whole life, except I'm also handling the Kickstarter for Cortega for this one here. This is the special edition of Cortega. I talk about it a lot because it's gorgeous. I'm obsessed with it. I can show you guys now because I've showed it on social media, but the copies with the map, I think I put the wrong one here. I did put the wrong one here, so I can't show you guys. I'm sorry. Oh no, I do. So the copies with the maps have come in, and they're stunning. This map, I'm obsessed with this map. There's an artist that I hired to do the map, and then I kind of worked with them. We both worked on it basically. So like they designed, illustrated the map part, and then I designed and illustrated the kind of the typography and the bordering and all of that. So I'm pretty proud of that map. So Cortega has a map. It's in there. I'm going through and I just checked all the books that came in because the books actually came in and I got to check them for errors and anything like that. And they're all pretty much perfect. There were 2 that were a bit like iffy. So, but I ordered extra, so we're fine. The only trouble is the acknowledgement page. The wrong file was for some reason printed. So the original file, before I added that final acknowledgement page with people's names who wanted them in the acknowledgement page, did not make it through to this final print run. This is a huge print run. So I would feel very, very wasteful to just throw out these books, or, like it makes no sense because this was exclusive. And so I'm working on some solutions to fix that for the people who wanted their names, such as like personalized acknowledgement tip-ins that I'm doing. I'm giving them extra swag, stuff like that, to just kind of make up for it. Because I really don't want to waste that much printing, that much paper, that many trees, like everything that gets like resources, everything. I don't want to be wasteful with this because it was a massive print run. And so I really don't want that to go to waste. And financially too, like I wouldn't be able to afford just replace like 1 million books, Not that I sold 1 million books, but you know what I'm saying. So I'm dealing with that. So that has to get reworked. So that puts us, we're way ahead of schedule. I think I was supposed to be shipping out these books in December. I'm actually planning to ship them out by end of month, if not mid-November. So we are well ahead, even with this issue. The only other thing I'm missing still that I'm waiting on are the holographic bookmarks. Once those come in and once these new tip-ins are done, then we'll be set to go. So that's amazing. So ahead of schedule on that. And as far as writing goes, I think those are like kind of the 2 major projects. And then once the Cortega stuff is done, the Kickstarter is done, then they really want to concentrate on Beasts of Hedge End series. But also Cortega is getting a release in 2026 because the paperbacks that went out in the Kickstarter were early editions of the paperback, so first editions. And there's going to be a second edition that goes out in the new year of just the paperbacks, not this exclusive copy that it's just for Kickstarter only, but the ebooks and the paperbacks, second editions are coming out in 2026. And this part is all under Cauldron Press. It's all me. My publisher had nothing to do with this. I do have a publisher, but this was a project that I did. This was a passion project just for me. So I'm handling it all myself. And it's a lot, you guys. But one breath at a time, one step at a time, we're getting it done. And it's going to be done soon. And I'm very, very excited for people to have these books in their hands. I have everything, the books, boxes, everything ready. I am going to be filming some reels of me signing these, and it's going to be super fun. But yeah, that's it on the writing front. On the personal front, this is pretty much the highlight of our time here right now. We're, my daughter's 3.5. We're going away for Halloween so she can spend it with her bestie and they can go trick-or-treating together because her bestie doesn't live here in Toronto. And so that's going to be really fun. I love seeing her get really into spooky season because obviously like my bread and butter is like fantasy and spookiness and witchcraft and magic. And so to see her be really into it is really, really exciting. It makes me so happy to see her like get super into the spookiness and the ghosties and the witches and the magic and all that stuff. So that's been really fun. She's going to be a little witch for Halloween. Her skirt lights up, her shoes light up. She's going to light up that whole dang street. We'll see her coming from a mile away, but she's excited. So, and she'll be hopped up on sugar and not sleeping all night, I'm sure, but it's one night and it's going to be really fun. And then other things in personal life, I've been knitting a lot. I've crocheted an Edward Scissorhands tapestry. I'll put kind of like a picture here of it. So I did that. That was really fun. Pretty impressed with myself with that. I'm getting better and better at this stuff. Working on some knit gift, like some gift knits, not knit gifts, some gift knits for people, for birthdays and Christmas and all of that. And that's kind of personal stuff. Cover design. I actually have, so I'm working full-time now. So I'm sure I've mentioned that before in my other author chats, but I'm working full-time now. I work in television, as a graphic artist and designer and all of that, just a creative. I did not want to stop doing cover design or writing or any of that because I just love it so much. I am going to be putting a pause, I think, on coaching in the near future. But the cover design and the writing obviously stays because I just can't do without it. And so I actually have quite a few design projects that are booked. So I've got a lot going on that front. So yeah, that's happening. But that's going to keep me busy, very busy in the short little while. So that's going to be good. And I'm excited about that because they're really, really fun projects. And yeah, I think that's about it. I do want to keep this a bit short because I can feel my throat coming for me and I'm just going to start coughing soon. But again, the catch-ups are not that huge. It's just the Kickstarter and the new book that I'm writing, that I'm working on. And I will say that switching genres has been both a blessing and a curse because I am learning so much about how to write romance and how to write romantasy and all of that. But I keep getting into these moments where I'm just like, am I good enough to do this? Right? Because I have romance in pretty much all of my books, but it's always a B story, like a side quest type of thing. And so I keep having imposter syndrome with that stuff. And so it really helps when my editor tells me that like she loves the banter, she loves the relationship and all of that. And when the notes are not about the romance, which means that I did a decent job. So that really helps, but it's still always in my head whenever I'm writing it, especially when I'm writing like sexy scenes and stuff like that, because all my stuff is always like very clean. And this is all very, this is like clean romance as well, I would say. I don't know how the series will develop. I might buckle up and write some spicy stuff. But for right now, where the story is, I don't think we need it. So it's not there as of yet. But again, I'm on book 2. I don't know how it's going to play out. So we'll see. Maybe I'll suck it up and figure out how to do that. But again, if the book doesn't need it, I don't want to force it. So it's kind of like a back and forth. I know that people love spicy romance. I get it. I read spicy romance too, but I just can't, I don't want to do the book an injustice just to put something in there that's trending. not trending. I mean, spicy romance has always been around, but something in there that, I know is a sale point. I don't want to do it just for that. I feel like if I were to write a romance that is more spicy, it would have to be because it's something that I really want to write. And I feel like the story really, really needs the spice to move the story forward, to move the couple forward. And as of right now, I think it doesn't need that, and we can lead into it, and it can hint to it, and it can be closed door, but we don't necessarily need it to advance the story or the couple. In that way, they're advancing enough because I've got both POVs, and it's more like omniscient because I'm writing in third, and so I don't think it needs it. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it plays out. But this, I've had chats with my editor, and she agrees that we can see how it goes. But if we don't need it, that's totally fine. Especially for more of like a gothic that has more like Victorian-esque vibes. It feels like it's not historical because it's all made up. It's a fantasy world with beasts, so it's not historical, but it does feel historical, and so it doesn't necessarily always need that. So that's where I'm at with that. And that's kind of the chat. I am going to cut it short because I'm about to start coughing up a lung, and I don't want you to experience that. Thank you for hanging out. I hope this was like a little, is okay. That usually we have much longer videos in general. So let me know in the comments if you're okay with these once in a while, if I'm kind of, so that we have some videos going out and I get to catch up and I don't miss hanging out with you guys. But if it's okay that sometimes the videos are shorter, sometimes they're longer and kind of all over the place. And tell me in the comments which ones you prefer. I know that people have been asking to see the back end of my Scrivener and how I have it set up. So that is a video that's on my radar, and I will make it. But if you have any other videos on writing or writing related things or creative things even that you want me to do, then make sure that you comment and let me know, because I read those, I listen to those, I have a list going for anything that's suggested, and I kind of pull from that. So I think that's all I got. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm going to go back to all of this. I got to go buy a turkey so to defrost in time. I got to clean my house. It's a lot. I got a lot going on. I'm getting a haircut today, finally. So lots is happening. So I'm going to go do all the things that are happening. And thank you so much for hanging out with me and listening to me blab about writing and books, because I love that. And as always, I hope you stay magical, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.